This is FCM on DR Sports, and it's live.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of FCM. Another weekend of action, another weekend of drama. And you're here with the boys. Of course, myself, Fuad. Mayowa is on his way, currently caught in traffic, you know what I mean? Trying to get down from Stamford Bridge, but he will be joining us shortly. But joining me on the sofa, the cult hero, as usual, every week with a W as well. You know what type of mood he's going to be in today. And of course, after the big game just now, Arsenal versus Chelsea, we had to get an Arsenal representative as well. We couldn't get Robbie, so we got Laurie instead. Hey, Laurie, appreciate you joining us. Debut on the show as well.
Yes.
I
wish it could have been under more slightly...
Nah. This is the kind of circumstances we wanted you
here
for. This is what we wanted you here for. But make sure you're getting involved in the conversation as well. Like the video if you are here already. I can see there's a bunch of you in the chat active already. Make sure you're subscribed. Leave a comment as well, always. Let's not even waste any time. As always, we start the show giving a round of applause to, as is customary, the 3-point collectors. Listen, it ain't easy, so if you're out there and you collect the 3 points this week, give yourself a round of applause.
Let's go!
Let me see some claps in the chat.
Let's go,
claps
baby.
in the chat, please.
Let's go,
And of
let's
course,
go, let's go.
All type of participants, you know what I mean? Someone's got to turn up and hold the beating, hold the belt, you know what I mean, as they say. But big game we're going to start off with, of course, the big one. London derby, big London derby, let's be honest, the real one. Arsenal versus Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And ended up in a 1-1 draw. I actually think you predicted this in your kind of preview with Tesla, didn't you? We'll talk about that in a little bit. But talk to me about your thoughts on this game, Laurie. Considering, obviously, being the Arsenal man here, what was your feeling kind of coming out of this game? Do you feel like that was 2 points dropped, or kind of 1 point where you're looking at Stamford Bridge, tough away ground, we'll take that?
Absolutely 2 points dropped. And I would go further. I would say that was probably our worst performance of the season in terms of footballing wise.
Okay.
And, you know, when you go away to a ground like Chelsea and you get a point, most times you'd be thinking, okay, I'll take that, which I do, because, you know, at the end of the day, you're not going to win every single game. And as they say, that old adage in football, if you can't win, don't lose. But the circumstances were there for us to not just beat Chelsea today, but to stick one on them, so to speak, you know what I mean? Caicedo needlessly got himself sent off. I don't know what he thought he was doing there.
He's too charged.
Yeah,
He's too charged up. Too charged
Yeah.
up, bro.
I don't know. I think he must have thought he was back in some Ecuadorian.
You thought this was the Copa America, yeah? Them tackles can fly there.
I think the Deccan Rice hype team got to him, and he was determined to show out.
That was the big talk today. It was like the Rice versus Caicedo.
Did Decker's get in his head with the priest? You see, he spoke out in the Champions League. So I see the comparison, but with different players. You know what I mean?
Even Caicedo before the game was talking about, I nearly joined Arsenal.
I think it was too. Yeah, they were fired up.
They were fired up. They were fired up. But you would have thought after that incident now, don't forget that was, 38th minute? So there's like over an hour to go. You would have thought that Arsenal, you know, especially with the strength and depth that we got, you would have thought, yeah, man, nice. Instead of that, we go ahead and concede a goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's immediately after the start of the second half. So,
yeah. How big of a miss do you think those two were? You talk about, obviously, your strength and depth. Today you had Mosquera and Hincapi coming at centre-back for Saliba and Gabriel, who've pretty much been the guys who your defence has been built around. But how much of a difference was that today in terms of both the build-up play and then defensively as well?
You know what? I'm tempted to say it made a big difference. But here's the thing. I defy you guys, because you guys saw the game, right? And you guys know your football, obviously. I don't think there was a single Arsenal player today that actually elevated and played well today. So don't get me wrong, Mosquera and Hincapié, you know what I mean? They weren't totally convincing. But then you could apply that to so many people in the team. A lot of our heavy hitters went missing today. Even Declan, dare I say. He didn't play well today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Timber, who's like Mr. Consistency for Arsenal, he had a so-so game.
Mendy subbed off.
Yeah. Saka. Nowhere near what his normal levels are, you know what I mean?
As well,
So there was, even when we made the subs, I mean, Odegaard and Madueke, they provided an initial burst of energy, and you think, yeah, man, and we get the goal back. And you're thinking, yeah, but we didn't kick on. And so no one really stood out for us today, with the possible exception of Mikel Merino. And as my man Cam said, apart from the goal, there was a lot to huff and puff, but even from him, there wasn't the quality that you would expect to see. So I've got to say, man, it was a disappointing day for me, and most Arsenal fans would agree with that. And dare I say it, and I'm going to say this now, but when the referee blew the whistle, I was like, you know what, I'll take it. that kind of sounds weird, but I've got to be honest, Fuad, Chelsea were the better team today. They were. And the stats bear that out. Like, if you look at the stats, I think they had something like...
They had 11 shots.
11 shots on goal to our 8. And when you consider that they had down to 10 men just after half an hour, we had the vast majority of possession. Our passages of play weren't good. We didn't look threatening enough. Something just, I don't know, didn't click today.
See, we got the real Arsenal fan here. You know what I mean? I know Robbie's outside the stadium saying, we were the better team. We should have won the game. The real loud. You know what I mean? It doesn't really. We should have won the game. I know he's doing. I'm gonna watch your fan cam, bro. I'm gonna watch it. But no, I think the same. I was disappointed with Arsenal. Not even. From 10, you're super disappointed with them. But to start the game, I thought Chelsea took the game to them. And I think as much as it's a poor performance from Arsenal, Chelsea were also really, really, really good. Do you know what I mean? And I give Maresca credit in these big games because he goes with a different approach in each game. I think it was against you guys, he went man to man. He went man to man. Some games he goes counter. Some games he goes and says, you know what, we're going to demand the ball and we're going to be the ones. I remember PSG in the... Club World Cup. Yeah. We all thought, PSG will have all the ball, Chelsea will play on their break. Nah, Chelsea went there, got on the ball and started playing football and they won the game. And against you guys as well, you would think the way Arsenal play, they're always superior to everybody. Maybe Chelsea are going to play on the break, see what they can do with the pace of Neto and Estevao and stuff. And they didn't allow that. Yeah. They played, and you saw the energy they started the game with was so aggressive. It was Cucurella, Caicedo. They were in João Pedro. They were into to the point that Arsenal were like, hold on, what? Hincapi came, Calafiori came in. What's the other one? Zubamendi with a clear foul as well. So it started to become a game that maybe Arsenal weren't expecting. And you got to give Chelsea credit for that. But I do think Arsenal, I don't know. Maybe was it a big game on the weekend on Wednesday? But Chelsea also had Barcelona.
I get that, but that's what I was thinking. I was thinking because they played the North London derby last week. Then you've got Bayern Munich. Then you've got Chelsea again. I feel like no matter how good kind of sometimes your team is, you're always going to hit a little bit of a stifle out in one of those games, and you almost hope it doesn't turn into a loss. So being away at Stamford Bridge is a tough game, but is that almost like a reason, if you like, for that performance? Do you think
it's
big
possible,
games like that?
It's possible because I would say we did look a bit flat today. And you're right, what you said about Chelsea. They came out the traps hard. We actually made a half decent start, but once Chelsea settled, you could see that they were on it. And we, our passages of play, some of the passing was off. And like I said, our heavy hitters didn't get going today. And that was a surprise. But then you're right. I mean, these games are intense. And as I say to a lot of my fellow Arsenal fans is, as much as we're enjoying being top of the league and up to have us as the number one team in the world, that's all good, but you also have a target on your back. So when you go to teams like Chelsea, who've got good players themselves, they want to show out as well, you know what I mean? And today, for whatever reason, man, just weren't quite happening for us.
How much credit does Maresca deserve for this result? Because as you said, it feels like in so many of the big games, whether it's against PSG, Barcelona, I remember Liverpool last year, United against you guys, but he always seems to find a tweak. And more than a couple times this season as well, I think Chelsea have gone down a man.
Yeah, 4 times.
A lot of the times you've seen him make these substitutions. Today there was no panic, not one defensive substitution. He just said, you know what, I'm going to stick with it. Does he almost deserve a lot of praise in these kind of big games and how he kind of tactically tweaks Chelsea?
100%. I always think when teams go down to 10 and you just relinquish the ball and wait for a team to just continuously pressure you, you're gonna concede, you're gonna lose the game. So you might as well take the game to them. You were 1 up as well. They weren't 1 up at the time, but when they went 1 up, they kept playing, and that's what I liked. You know what I mean? Because maybe Maresca's learned himself. Because you go back to the Old Trafford game, they got a red card, and then all of a sudden it was Sanchez gets the red card, I believe it was, and then Maresca makes 3 changes, and you're thinking, whoa, he takes off 3 players, he brings on. And they gave us the game, at that moment. So when you look at what he did today, maybe he's learned from that, and they kept playing. I don't think Arsenal would have probably been expecting that as well, for the game to be as difficult as it was, even with 10. and then you start doing the little dark arts.
Oh yeah, there was a
Falling on
lot.
the
Yeah,
floor.
there was more than a little of that.
My back, you know what I mean? Sanchez makes a save, I got shot, and this is what you got to do when you have 10 men. So the game management from Maresca, but also the Chelsea players, you've got to give them massive credit.
There was one thing as well I noticed that he did on a corner. I don't know if you lot saw that as well, where
I saw that.
He put the
he
three up.
left like 3 or 4 of his
he did,
players up. And I know you mentioned, I think Port Vale tried it a couple
Yeah.
weeks back. Now, Port Vale, obviously, they don't have the quality maybe to be
Yeah.
that dangerous on the counter. But I think he might have done something there where he's opened the rest of the Premier League's eyes up to hold on. Mind you never had Gabriel. I'll be interested to see if teams try that with Gabriel still in the team. But leaving that many players high up, not allowing Arsenal to get that many bodies in the box, and then they seem to deal with it pretty
Because
easily.
when you look at these corners, a lot of it is also because it's zone, innit? Like these teams are doing zone. Arsenal standing there, but run into your zone, and then it's a problem. So, but if you bring players out, it's man-to-man marking now. So if you concede, I can directly look at you and be like, Laurie, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not
I
this
did
whole
notice that.
whose
I
man
did
it
notice
is.
that.
That's good. But the thing is, it's so funny. Like I always say, it's even like the PSG goal kick. I mean,
The kick it into the corner flag,
penalty. These are things you're getting told like under 10s.
Yeah.
I used to do that when I was 11 years old, bro. Like we used to have guys up for a counter attack, but it's like it goes away from the game. But it's good to see him do that.
No, we did a watch along for AFTV, and we picked up on that straight away. He was leaving 2-3 man up.
Yeah.
I was thinking, right, that's brave. But that being said, though, like you said, it does work because it can throw you off as well. You're thinking, right, they're leaving 3 man up. We've got to address that. We can't afford to get caught short. So yeah, it was quite a brave thing to do, but it was. They say sometimes attack is the best form of defence. I think that's the thinking behind it. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Chelsea, man. Like I said, I was quite impressed with them today. I couldn't understand though. Maybe you guys can shed some light on it. Esteval, why he came off, because he was giving Calafiori a warm time, man. And we was all saying that come the second half, we know what he's going to do. He's going to run at Calafiori, and if we don't bring him off, make the sub, he could get himself sent off.
I think he kept on Pedro. He kept on Pedro and Pedro Neto. I think he kept on Neto because of the speed. Neto's still like quicker. You know what I mean? Just quicker. Yeah. And then Pedro is going to win fouls. He's going to be, he's going to drop deep to get the ball. He's going to hold up the game. So I think he probably thought Esteval maybe in this kind of the profile he is in the circumstance of 10 men. I think he probably thought, and there's always a case of seniority. Always happens. The young guy comes off the pitch in them kind of difficult moments.
I think a couple of other red cards they've had this season, he's always been the one that's kind of sacrificed.
There we go.
Right, I think it's just kind of a protect the young guy as well, but then also let's have the experienced heads out there.
But I think in every moment, if you're talking about like every moment of where we will probably say Arsenal could have done better, there's on the opposite side, Chelsea player that is stopping that. For example, you look at Cucurella today. First, he crashes Saka with 2 tackles. The first one probably should have been a booking, but he said, okay, I'm going to do it again anyway. You know what I'm saying? So he set the tone immediately. Saka knew he's in for a game. That
brings me to a question I was going to ask you guys. Now, I've got my thoughts on this, but I love to hear you guys because obviously you're neutral or relatively neutral. You're not really. But the referee, man, I thought he was home cooking from the get-go. And I'm not a man to normally say that.
I thought he was bad for both of you guys.
I thought he was poor.
I thought the ref had a bad game
was
today.
Poor.
I
mean, Caicedo should have been booked within a couple of minutes of that game. Man's dashing down, man, in front of the ref as well. The man's doing it blatantly. There was some other stuff going on. I was like, yo, get a control of the game.
Yeah. I think the nature of the game, sometimes you try and it's a London derby, the players are coming out playing that way, but I do think Anthony Taylor didn't have a good game, but I wouldn't say it was in favor of either team. I think both decisions on each side I think he wasn't great with. But going back to the Saka, you're talking about Saka's performance and stuff, just using him for example, I thought obviously that was a brilliant play for the goal for Moreno's header, but I think Cucurella, what a week he's had. Like, he's played Bukayo Saka and Lamine Yamal, and he can walk away and say he was the better one. What a week. If you're talking about...
And you know what? He always does well against Saka.
Yeah, he does. Because he's touch tight. He stays touch tight. He doesn't allow you to get a touch. He's maybe small in frame, but he's really, really aggressive.
And
I think
niggly, isn't he? Yeah, he knows how to put man off their game. You know what I mean? He does all the dark arts. Yeah. He's a troll. You know what I mean? You can see him talking to Saka throughout the game and stuff like that. He knows how to. He knows what he's doing.
The best thing he did today was... If you look at all the decisive actions Saka had to make today, were all on his weaker foot. All of them,
Yes, yeah.
right foot, except from the one moment he didn't, and he got an assist. So that shows Saka's quality. But he kept him on his right foot. Better, it's lesser of two evils or whatever. Let him shoot on his right, let him cross on his right. And sometimes Saka was, I don't know, he was aiming for the shed end or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Saka.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So you got to give
one of the
Kukurea
things that always marks Saka out for me, and this is something I always give him enough credit for, is he's a very cerebral player. His decision making is normally brilliant. So he will know when to cross, when to shoot, when to, cut in. But today, man, he seemed to be getting it wrong. And we were seeing passes underhit, overhit, shooting when he shouldn't be shooting. There's a touch of desperation about it today.
Do you feel like this season he's hit the type, or what has stopped him from hitting the type of form that he was on last year? Because I remember last year he was almost
He started
category.
well.
And of course there was the early season injury, but that was now going back to like,
No, he started really well and then he got injured.
That's
right,
It was September, October times, but it's been like a month and a half since, and he hasn't really. Some games he's shown flashes, but he hasn't hit that consistent run of form like he did last year. What do you think is stopping him?
Could be, it could be the injury and maybe not the fullest confidence. You know what it's like when you're coming back from injury and you're trying to adapt back to the speed and the pace of the game and the intensity. And sometimes you can kind of second guess yourself a little bit. You haven't got that same confidence, instinctiveness that you would normally have. But he's definitely, you're right, there's been games like today even, where he provides a moment of real quality. But then other things that you would expect that are routine for him, you're thinking, come on, bro. You know what I mean? So it's one of them.
Arsenal have been a weird one because look at last year. Arsenal were beaten. Nobody could beat them. Arsenal were beating all the big teams. And in this year, are we counting Man United and Tottenham as big teams? Maybe not.
Well, they're big games.
Yeah,
15 and 17.
Yeah, I mean, they got draws. They got a draw against City, a draw against Chelsea, and a loss against Liverpool. And I think the course of those three games, I don't think Arsenal have played amazingly in any of those games. I thought they were over-criticised against Man City. Everybody knows that. Liverpool a world, but it was a bit of a stale game. And in this one, again, wasn't the best performance. But that's not what's important, because even like now, I'm looking at Chelsea. I'm like, okay, they matched Arsenal. So we know Chelsea can get to this level. They beat Barcelona. But it's about beating the small teams, which Arsenal would know. Last year, you can beat all the big teams, but you weren't doing enough against the smaller teams. So this year might be a reverse situation where Arsenal are maybe they might not be the greatest in the big games, but if they continue beating the small teams, that's what matters. And that's what's going to separate Chelsea probably in the end to Arsenal. Can Chelsea keep this up against every team? We'll
Arsenal
see.
fans in response will say, hey, we got one over Atletico Madrid and Bayern Munich.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the Premier League.
In the league,
I'm talking about the Premier League.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's...
I will say, though, that despite my disappointment today, I've not seen anything today that makes me change my mind. I think we win the title.
I agree.
And I know this is going to sound a bit presumptuous. People say, oh, he's arrogant. But I think we'll win it with something to spare. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at our team, the strength in depth there's a clear disparity between us and the other teams in that league. Even today, Chelsea, they've got some good players on the bench. But if you looked at our bench, solid, man. You know what I mean? So I think over the course of a long season, I think that's going to count for a lot.
We need to give it...
we touched on a couple of individuals, I was going to say, but I feel like one we really need to touch on, I feel like man of the match. Everybody was talking about Rice, Caicedo, Mendy, but Reece James absolutely put on a clinic, bro. Both ends of the pitch, his passing, his defending. What did you make of his game?
What a player. Bro, I don't think anybody has ever not thought that Reece James is a world-class player. I think he's a world-class player and a world-class football player, right? Footballer, sorry. With Reece James, it's always been fitness. That's all it is. Can he stay fit? When he was right back, it was Reece James, Trent. Who do you prefer? What they offer? Reece James always felt like the more complete player. Trent was more of the assist man, more of the killer in front of in the final third. But Reece James had that as well. Do you remember that season with Tuchel, him and Ben Chilwell scoring for fun? We know that Reece James is a world-class player. It's just the fitness. But the fact that he's now gone from right back, showing that he's an elite level right back, and is now going into midfield, staring at Declan Rice, staring at Zubimendi alongside Caicedo, and said, this is my show. You know what I mean? Let me show you guys that I'm on par too.
And that's the thing. He was on the table with premier
he was
players
on the
today.
table. We're talking about these guys as the best in the world. Reece James showed that he's an elite level player. That's all
Yeah,
it is. And
he
his
was very
technical
impressive today.
His
Yeah.
pressing, his aggression. It was a captain's performance. And I was super impressed with him. But it's not something that nobody knows. We all know Reece James is world class.
Do you know what's
what I mean?
crazy though? Is I remember like the Trent conversation. It's funny you bring that up because when he moved into midfield, it didn't feel like there was this kind of sense of composure that there is around Reece James. Everyone was like, get him back out on the wing where he can actually do what he does best. And everyone didn't enjoy him in midfield.
Yeah.
Whereas Reece James, you haven't heard any of that. It's like he's settled in like it's nothing. And I know he used to play that role for Wigan when he was on loan way back. But that muscle memory for 4 years, 5 years later is insane.
But it's not only that. You look at just the makeups of the way they played the game. Like Trent is very a forward player. You know what I mean? Look, people think midfield just means if you can pass, you can play midfield. It's not about that. Reece James is a lot better getting around the pitch first and foremost.
Yeah.
Look at the way when he receives the ball. He's much better at receiving the ball on the half turn. He can play in midfield. It's like Trent he gets the ball. Look, he's that way. He's like an arrow.
His body, yeah.
You know, if you look at the arrow, it's like Football Manager. Trent is that's it. You know what I mean? Reece James is able to get around. It's the mobility around the pitch and stuff. And I think people sometimes just think about passing. It's not just about passing. Why you can play in midfield. You know what I mean? So I want to give a shout out to Fofana as well, man. I mean, he seems like a forgotten man, right?
Yeah.
He showed himself today as really
Well, he's always been a good player.
Yeah,
I mean, you probably know, but him and Saliba used to play together in France.
Yeah.
And in that partnership, he was seen as the senior partner. Yeah. So, you know, I know he hasn't always covered himself in glory at Chelsea. I know he's had injuries as well. But yeah, he was good today.
I think that's been the main thing, though, is like over the past 3 years, like from one knee to the other to other muscular injuries. It's just physically, his body's just let him down. But big up Chalobah as well.
Yeah, but
Coming
I
up
feel
big
like,
up
with Fofana there, it made Chalobah look better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Fofana feels like an A-side centre-half. You know what I mean? Don't you?
I've always thought Fofana has that capability. It's just a matter of post-fitness, he needs to show us.
Yeah.
Because what I saw at Leicester, I will never forget.
Yeah.
Bro. I was like, when they paid 80 million, bargain.
Yeah.
And then the injuries came, and then when he comes back half fit, there's like a, you know, as you're saying with Saka, there's that adaptation period where you're not really trusting your body, and you felt like he was almost mentally playing within himself. But today,
if he can stay fit, which is a big ask, right? I'm looking at Chelsea's spine, where I'm thinking maybe there's stuff that they can improve on. Maybe Robert Sanchez is having a good season.
Hey,
let's give him.
I
the
said
credit.
it last week,
Yeah,
bro.
he is having a good season. He is having a good season, but I feel like I still look at it like maybe I'm harsh, but I still think can Chelsea get a better goalkeeper in? And then you look at the striker. But if you think if they can get a better goalkeeper in, but again maybe I'm being harsh to Sanchez, but then you got a fit Fofana, then you got Caicedo into Cole Palmer, then into an Osimhen or something.
Entry into the building! Right, what's that?
Lucky to get a point, yeah?
Welcome, Mayowa. Welcome. This is good time.
Hey,
Well,
so
listen.
we're doing a sub.
Listen,
we're
we're
doing an
gonna
Arteta
do
depth
some
sub.
shit because we only got 3
Impact
backs at
sub.
the moment.
Impact sub.
Laurie's got to go to the
Laurie,
bank.
yeah, Laurie said he's got a dip after this anyway. But Laurie, appreciate you joining
No
us,
worries,
brother.
man, it's a pleasure.
Listen,
Big up, my bro.
We will definitely have
Shout
you on
out to
fully.
my man, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
You
better
were
late
a
than
better team
never, eh?
today. I've got no problem in saying that. I ain't got no problem.
Hey,
You know what I mean? But big up.
hey,
Nice
big up,
one,
man.
big up,
The
big
right
up.
Lyle. The right Lyle.
The real one.
Hey,
The real one.
W's in the chat, everyone.
The real one.
Big up, Laurie, man.
I'm just going to quickly finish what I was saying there. I just think if Chelsea were to maybe get a striker in, get a keeper fit centre-half like Fofana, Robert Sanchez, you might want to speak about him, but in goal, maybe improve that, then all of a sudden their spine, that's a title-winning spine potentially. You get where I'm coming from.
What
So
have you
I
saying,
and I
still
was
think they need it.
The centre forward position is the main one. I
need
feel
that
like they need to
centre forward,
address, man. João Pedro's just he's
That
looked here
Delac
and there.
cameo.
Hey.
Some cameo, some subs today. I met Miles and Skelly today. Delac, some cameos today were.
The lap play. He plays how you dress.
What? Bro, Tim,
He plays how you dress, bro. Bro, he plays like he has.
Camera on me.
He plays like he's got a hard hat and he's changing bag, bro.
Hey.
oh,
There was
Talk to us.
there was 2 touches he did there. I didn't know whether it was by fluke or intention. Where's the guy that was running past and looking like Drogba Ipswich?
bro, I don't
hey.
know.
What, did they
bro.
nerf him?
I don't
James,
know,
They're
boy.
nerfing Chelsea signings now.
How you
Talk to
feeling?
us.
How you
Mimosa
feeling?
Maze.
I'm angry.
No, why are you angry?
Bro, they said we're playing the best team in Europe.
I said
best
the
team
best
in
team in the world.
The best team in the world.
and that's what they came up with. They said they ain't got their centre half. So you said, you know what? Don't worry, we'll get a man sent off. And that's what I saw. Safe, man. I've got a question actually. I need you to do me a favour.
What's my responsibility here? Well, I'm not involved.
Can you tell me the midfielders that played today in both teams, please?
Yeah, bro. We just touched on that.
No, can you list them, please?
Caicedo,
Rice,
Yeah.
Zubimendi,
Zubamendi,
Yeah.
Ende,
Yeah.
Eze,
Yeah.
Reece James,
Who was the best midfielder today?
RJ. RJ.
Was this not the guy that they were saying their right back's better than? So this is what we're gonna do now. I don't want to be better than your right back anymore. I want to be better than your midfielders. That's what I want to do.
Mayowa came in talking smart.
Wait, bring it back, Mike.
Wait, can you man hear that? Can you hear that?
What's that?
'Cause you're not supposed to.
Leave my trophy!
I just bust about it every time. Hey, you see Reece James?
What you saying? The watch is real. The watch is real.
You see Reece James? There's no ticking.
There's really no tick!
There's no ticking, bro. What?
Hey, man, I'm destroying the watches on Reece James!
Certain man's midfielders can't swim with their watches. What? Bro, they're saying
100-meter wall resistance.
bro, certain man can't swim with their watches. Left
Yo.
foot past his right foot, breaking up play. They were saying, they said before this game, yeah, when it was the whole Declan thing. And Declan's my guy, I respect Declan. But I saw Declan play in the 6 today. Why was that? Why did Declan go and play in the 6? Why did Declan go and play in 6?
You tell me.
Is that because Reece James was there?
They saying you ran from the responsibility.
Hey, why didn't it?
Hey, listen, you know,
RJ's got
why-
the force field.
why don't we make it fair?
Why didn't it all work out today?
Listen, man, I can't lie. It was hard.
RJ!
It was hard today. It wasn't easy.
Yeah? They're calling
wasn't-
Palhinha's running around. Come link RJ!
It wasn't.
Yeah? Real midfielder.
It wasn't easy today. It was hard today. Still, I can't lie. That's my boy. But it was the press trigger today. Still, it got mad out there. That's it.
Everett press
It
trigger.
got mad, bro. It got mad.
Mayowa
It got mad.
Hey,
It got
but he's
mad.
on tour. He's on
No,
talk today.
because
friendships
no,
don't
no,
matter.
pulled up.
No.
Friendships don't matter around here,
because
bro.
last week when I said we've got something for Barcelona, we've got something for Arsenal, they spoke to me like I'm mad, and now I'm not gonna start celebrating a draw because that's a very Arsenal thing to do. But
Amazing.
no, but it's true. No, but it's true. It's true. I'm not gonna celebrate a draw.
I need Maisley every week.
No,
Bro,
I'm
come
not
late
gonna.
every week. Come late. You got 20-minute pass.
I'm
You
not
got
gonna-
20-minute pass
I'm
every
not gonna
week.
celebrate a draw. But from what I saw today, yeah, they can say that. Now it's we don't have Trossard to come and make an impact. Now it's all. But you said you had all the depth in the world. You had the best. You constructed something. We can go anywhere. Them man were poor, and it's not even that they're poor. We were better.
Go on.
They're lucky.
Lucky
They're
for
lucky.
They're like
A full 2 halves of Esteval. They're lucky.
It was warm in that.
Cole Palmer didn't
No,
get
because they're saying that, we got let Cole Palmer come outside. Deal with Cole Palmer's younger first, please. Deal with his younger first, please. Please. No, honestly, that performance, I left that game fuming. I was so upset. João Pedro should have scored. I came in when you guys were talking about strikers. I feel like we should get back to a time where strikers are killers, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I like all of this neat touch and whatnot, but I grew up in a time where your striker was a killer. Like, bona fide killer. Like, I just want to touch the net. And, like, João Pedro had the chance, and I don't even know what he was doing.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you as well, though. When do we move from... We done John Joe Selvey. We done Matty Taylor.
Who's Matty Taylor?
We done Matty Taylor. Now with Kevin Nolan.
Kevin Nolan, yeah. No, I didn't do Matty
So
Taylor.
what's the next... What's the next chain?
What, you
Because...
think Enzo was cold today?
No, in general, I'm just saying, what's the next chain?
Oh, well, if you go from Kevin Nolan...
Yeah.
Shelby,
then-
Nolan.
No, then you go to Dele Alli.
Dele Alli.
Tim Cahill.
And then... Oh, Tim Cahill. Tim Cahill.
It's Tim Cahill.
And then...
Ali.
Ali.
Lampard.
Then Lampard. That's the ascendancy,
It's
bro.
like, you know,
That's the
TSC,
ascendancy.
road to Division 1.
Yeah, bro. That's the ascendancy.
It's like, look.
Yeah.
No, but in general, I want to give a shout out to
I like his
Maresca.
shithouse read today, though. He was getting about, wasting time.
And this is why I wanted to say I want to give a shout out to Maresca, because from the first 2 actions of the game, I saw João Pedro try elbow Mosquera, and I thought, okay, he's told them, try and get in these guys' faces, unsettle them. His maturity was. So when I saw Garnacho coming on, I said, "Oh man." But to be fair to Garnacho, the economy was good today. We weren't in overdraft. It was good stuff. He made good changes, and I feel like when it comes to big games, we've seen how he can handle the team.
Maresca's good.
He's improving.
Games, yeah.
All I can ask my young managers to improve. The next thing with Chelsea now is you've had 2 very good moments this week. Don't go and just let it capsize. When it goes back to regular scheduling and you're playing teams that you should beat.
Got Leeds next, no?
Mace, any concern about Chelsea being too emotional? How many red cards have you actually picked up this year? I think you lot might be en route to a record by the end of the season.
It's techie because the Caicedo red card that's a red card. Caicedo's first red card. Yeah. That's a red card in waiting. Caicedo plays the game like that thing.
I swear he's got a couple.
Yeah. You know, but he plays the game like that, so you can't be angry about it because I praise him week in, week out. I'm like, oh my gosh, he flies everywhere. I don't think it's an issue. I think it's just one of those things where you don't want it to become a thing where the referee is kind of like, this team's in discipline, I'm just going to start giving out yellows and reds. That's what I would be wary of. But your maturity point, Reece James was doing small things that showed that. Loads of players stood up to the mantle. I felt that a lot of people are saying that Saka cooked Cucurella.
No, he didn't.
That's what Arsenal fans discourse are saying, that he cooked him. I thought Cucurella did really well on a yellow card.
I did not see that.
That's what Arsenal fans are saying.
I didn't see that.
My whole way here, maybe they were trying to get me angry and wound up, but
I didn't see that.
I thought his performance was good. I thought Malo Gusta's performance was, good. I felt like Enzo's game was compromised when he had to drop deeper a bit, but we see that now that he's not a deeper player, but the rest of his game was good. To the point you're making, I feel like if we had like a bona fide striker, it's a different game, man.
Yeah.
It's a different game, and it's the same thing for probably them too.
So, can you compete this season?
I don't
6 points behind.
6 points. The reason 1 point behind Man City.
The reason why I wouldn't say we can't compete yet is because I still need to see a stretch of games where, when we're not playing a big team, we just deal with our bread and butter.
Yeah,
I want to see that first. What I will say though about this team is you can tell that they're growing. You can tell that they've got a bit of bite between their teeth, and it's just about growing from here. And I finally have a question for the style of football player now. The 2 games, when I look at the big games, Chelsea want to play a style of football where you're solid in midfield, you play for your wingers, you've got one winger that's going to be technically gifted, like your Estevan, your Cole Palmer. You've got one that's a bit more direct, your Garnacho, your Neto, whoever it is. You've got a Enzo Fernandez that's going to be in and around to finish chances, and you need a striker that's going to either score some goals or facilitate. So the only issue I have with that is I don't think it's enough goals to do anything in the league.
Okay,
in cup games, it's perfect.
So you don't think it's enough goals. So then there's the perfect player that's not been playing at the moment is Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
What does that do for Chelsea when Cole Palmer comes in? Because this Kevin Nolan role that we're talking about with Enzo, does he go now next to Caicedo? Does Reece James now go right back? What is it that you do? Does Enzo drop? How do you see it with Cole Palmer coming into the team now?
If it were me, because I don't know what Enzo sees, if it were me, there's been a lot of times when we've seen that Cole Palmer has a lot of joy when he has freedom. But it's also about, we've seen him out wide and be very effective.
So you think on the right-hand side?
I think on the right-hand side, he could be effective because, 1, you've got sort of like a foundation of where to build off from. And 2, there's certain parts in the game where he likes to drop deep. If Kevin is going that way, that's what I call him now, Kevin. If Kevin's going that way, you've got space to fill in those pockets.
But does that make it? Would you then have too many wingers on the bench?
But that's the squad building we've done. Unfortunately, I mean, put it this way: Delat came on today. I don't even know if Mark Gay was not on the bench, but that could have been a couple of strikers. That's how we built our squad. And ultimately, all of those wingers are going to have to fight for the
Mark Gay, innit?
His name changes every week, man. Mark Guy. But all in all, it feels like a loss. And I guess that's credit because Arsenal are a good team. Arsenal probably expected after beating Bayern, they were going to come and roll us over. And the fact is, we should have dealt with it.
Could have left it more. All right, let me go through some super chats before we move on. Dominic Tannenbaum says, Laurie's mic.
Bro, that poor Europa League, bro.
Hey!
That poor Europa League.
My Europa League's going to rust, blood. Dominic Tannenbaum says, Laurie's mic is as quiet as Arsenal's skill. Rice who? Just Waffling 2160 says, proper Barclays match that. Reece James sensational. Captain's performance in a high pressure moment. Ray
Can I say something about Reece James quickly though? He has to stop doing interviews like that though. In his interviews,
what did he say now?
No, he talks like English isn't his first language. So like he'll be like, I think we played very good. And it's like, no,
Is he shy or something? Maybe
bro,
he's
I
a
don't
shy
know,
guy.
but it's the
Hang around
funniest
them
thing.
French boys too much, man.
Bro,
So what was
them,
lastly, before we move on,
Go
right?
on.
What was our verdict of the Declan Rice Caicedo showdown? It's not Patrick Vieira or Roy Keane yet.
No contest.
Yeah.
contest.
Not quite.
you know,
yet.
UFC when there's like a low blow or something, it's like we've had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matches in DQ.
Yeah, we
Caicedo
go
getting sent
again.
off.
We go again. Emirates. You go
What-
again.
what-
Emirates.
It allows a couple more months of build up of
build
the
up.
hype.
What-
though.
Or Champions League fixture.
What I would say though is, I think today in many senses showed how important Declan Rice is to the team. Reece James was doing like a marking job on him, which is respect. The fact that you're getting Reece James to mark Declan Rice is respect. But as soon as Declan Rice couldn't move forward, these guys didn't know what to do. They were like, "Raw, what? We ain't got the P&P running forward. Like, what do we do?" So I think if you look at that side, you would say that Rice's game being impacted was more impactful to Arsenal than Caicedo's red card was. So you might say, okay, he might have the upper hand there.
Yeah.
That's the only takeaway I take to
Oh,
personally.
fair. Ray Allscore here says Chelsea with a statement draw at home. Dominic sends another super chat as well. He says, "Ayo Cams, talk to your boy Lies." He said Isaac's overall play was better than Haaland. Ask him to watch season 1 Hoyland first, please. And Fuad, how's it Turkey week? But chicken still got cooked. Love to all. So have a word with Elias.
Will do, mate.
Ray Allscore sends another super chat as well. He says, "Champions of the world." Laid a marker down with that draw. He is on you lot today. I love it. Parkland Demon. Fucking hell, what name? He says, this Reece remontada can only be a byproduct of Maybach Maze's service. Laurie Harvey at the bridge today. Hold on, wait.
Oh wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait,
Was Laurie Harvey at the bridge
I
first
don't
and
know.
foremost?
I
Maze, I need you to confirm you are
don't-
source to the
Maze
stadium.
don't go games.
Come
Maze only
on.
going games when it's
He's got marriage eyes on. He's got marriage
No.
eyes on.
Were you in the box?
No.
Are you in the trenches? Yeah.
In the trenches. I've been in trenches for the last few weeks.
You in the
Shed
trenches?
ends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
He said he lost sponsors.
No, the sponsor are sent off.
He's
Wait, where is
criticising
it?
the club too much. He's criticising Maresca too.
Big up Shaw, it won't let you down, innit?
Hey.
It won't let you down
You
for
are
real,
killing me, man. Hey, Maybach Maze Services is killing me though. Aaron Paul here says Chelsea with a better team, but
What,
don't lose to
Mufasa?
Leeds. Typhoon official says celebrating a draw is an Arsenal thing, but Arsenal fans worldwide are miserable. While this Chelsea on my screen, sorry, 1 second. While this Chelsea fan on my screen gets all giddy, and the Spurs fans over there all smiles. A Spurs fan. Standards are on the floor when Chelsea and Spurs, man.
Boy, listen, man.
Oh well, Typhoon, he sends another one as well, and he says, "Please cut the Trossard and depth talk when Saliba and Gabriel were both out. Let's just not roll over the fact. Read what I just said. Saliba and Gabriel out. Don't respond emotionally. Deep.
Okay, this is what we
No,
do.
no,
I mean,
no,
that's
no,
in
no,
that
no,
what
no,
I
no. Just take 3 seconds.
Yeah. I'm here to tell you, we don't care about that shit. Anyways, so what? Your 2 centre backs are out. Okay, so that you can't score anymore. I get it. Because
Nah, if there's-
Saliba and Gabriel are key to the attacking, flowing football that then creates the set pieces that makes Arsenal score goals, right? I get it. Makes sense. Understand. I didn't do the math. I didn't
I
do the
thought
math.
even Hincapi and Mascara started quite shaky, but then I thought they got better.
were
as the game
fine.
went on.
Yeah.
They were fine.
Lewis B sends another super chat. He says, "Answer honestly, how many teams play at Arsenal last 3 matches and come out undefeated?" And that's what I was saying to Laurie earlier with the Spurs, Bayern Munich, and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Like 3 tough fixtures.
Yeah, great. Yeah,
Eventually, one of them
nobody
is gonna
criticizing
catch up.
Arsenal as a club.
But when you're
Brilliant.
the best, you gotta play the best to be the best.
No, but the thing with Arsenal is like they're still 5 points? of City.
5 points clear. of
5
City.
points on City at a time where you know that City can drop points every other week.
Yeah.
They needed a Phil Foden return of the max sort
Yeah.
of performance to even stay close. There's no panic stations yet. The reason why some fans are panicking is because everyone's saying you're gonna do it again. No, just if you believe in your source, believe in your source, innit? Best team in the world.
Zach Fellows, final super chat here, says, Typhoon £30 super chat. Head has never been more gone.
What happened?
Zach is commenting on Typhoon super
He
chat.
said a
saying,
£30 super chat.
£30 super chat.
Oh, he
Your
said
head is so
£30
gone.
super.
Big up Typhoon as well, man.
Big up.
Big up everyone who has sent in super chat as well. We will be moving on from the Chelsea and Arsenal game.
Wait, that's Tafon.
Yeah.
That's Tafon. That sent the super chat.
Typhoon, yeah. Typhoon official.
Now, if it's the real Tathan,
1 second.
send
Let me
it again. If it's the real one, it might be a fraud. If it's the
let
real
me
Tathan,
go
send
to
it
channel.
again.
Let me go to channel 1 second.
If it's the
I'm
real
observing here.
Tathan,
Please
you
stand
send
up.
it again.
Yeah. Carry cash recordings.
Yeah, if it's the real Tathan, you'll send
send
it
it
again.
again.
You send it again. Just to prove that it's the real
You got
one.
history with him.
No,
yeah?
if it's the real one, send it again, bro.
Fairs.
Then we can verify.
You heard the call. Let's move on from that game anyway. Where should we move on to? I feel like there's a lot of games we can move on to.
Let's move on to you boys, huh?
Yeah, man.
Let's move on to you boys.
Choo choo, blood.
Let's
Choo
move on
choo,
to you
blood.
boys.
What do you lot want?
5
choo, blood.
losses.
Actually, now I've got a question.
What do you want?
Fira Kodani.
Mayowa Quadri.
It's been a busy week for me, but I've been in a very analytical stance. And it appears to me that your video output increases when Spurs are in bad
do
form.
that.
Thoughts?
Don't do that.
Thoughts?
Because when I
Thoughts?
was on holiday for 2 weeks, you
Thoughts?
guys don't want to give me the leeway of having 2 weeks off.
Thoughts?
I can't take no rest.
Thoughts?
Players can take international break, but I can't take international break.
Thoughts, Firat?
Let me get my rest as
Are
well,
you
yeah?
profiting off the club?
Thoughts,
This is what
Firat?
we're doing
Are you
now.
profiting off the club, bro? Where was your? Did you do Copenhagen review?
I did. I never.
See?
See?
Why am I going to do Copenhagen review?
Split
When I'm
that.
telling you
How
the
are you
same
splitting
thing
the
that I was
YouTube
telling you?
review?
When Everton won, did I not come here and tell you the same thing that was happening all these last couple of weeks? Because you see what you want me to do. You want me to be one of these flip-flop guys who, when we win, I get the pom-poms out. Yay! Frank way! And then when we lose, you're profiting off the club. Brother, I've been telling you lot the same message for about 7 or 8 weeks now. Me telling you what I saw yesterday would just be repeating the same thing. At this point now, I've seen enough. 20 games for me is enough of a sample size where I can judge you as a manager. You tell me, as so-called neutrals, right? You tell me what you've seen from Spurs this season. Since I'm profiting and being the bad guy, let me let you lot profit for a bit. Go on.
I can't be a
What have
neutral
you seen from
because
Thomas Frank? Because I'm sure prior to Thomas Frank joining, would you have said he was a good manager?
yeah, but
Would
I
you have
said
said he's a manager you would have maybe considered a candidate?
I said he should never gone to Spurs.
Why
I'm
so?
on wax saying
He's
that.
too good for that.
No, I think the
What?
Brentford situation was calm, and I think one of those Spurs job is just the low-key bookie job, just the bookie job. Like you have a club that think they should be challenging for titles, that on the balance of the season, if they were lingering in 8th and finished 4th, it wouldn't be good enough.
Who?
Spurs. Like the expectation with Spurs is so weird because if he was chilling in 4th, you would want him to do more. If he is where he is,
No.
and yes,
No.
if you guys were 4th where the Premier League table is right now, you'd say, why are you not closer to Arsenal? That's what us. Based on where the
you
Premier League
think
table is
Spurs
right now.
fans see ourselves as title challengers?
No, based on where the Premier League table is now,
Yeah.
right now, if Spurs were sitting in 4th,
We would have no problems.
Spurs would be what? 4th with 22
And do you know what?
points.
Do you know
Yeah.
what the worst thing is?
So you look
When
at it and be
were
like, why can't we go further?
When we were third, I came
To be
here
fair, he was
talking about these issues,
Spurs
saying
fans are saying it.
this third place is papering over the cracks because right now you've got from 2nd to about 14th. It's about a 5-point gap between them. You win 2 games, you shift up, you shift down. What I've seen has been a pattern of we can't control games.
Yep.
Defense is leaky. Despite I was being told we were building the defensive foundations first. Attackers, I don't know what the hell we're playing. I asked for tactical flexibility, and granted, fair play, I got it over the last couple of games. But it's been the wrong system. I understand 4-4-2 sitting deep against European champions PSG. But now, what? You're coming to Fulham at home, and you're setting up 2 banks of 4. Is Kevin and Raul Jimenez that scary? I don't think so.
Yeah.
And then you look at it, I don't think any of the individuals that we've had this season in our squad have improved compared to last year. So it's like, what are we doing? You're not improving the team tactically. You're not improving players individually. Defensively, we look lost. Midfield looks stale. Attack can't score goals to save their lives. Am I supposed to sit here and be like, nah, you know what? Thomas Frank, don't worry. It will click soon.
Whoa!
Tayfun! Tayfun! I apologize.
Tayfun!
Because you know what the worst thing is?
And Tayfun!
He not only he responded to your super chat
Yeah?
initially, sending another one. He said,
Tayfun!
"Of course they are." Saliba and Gabriel pushes up, swats away all the counter attacks. We don't all get dragged out of position dealing with counters. Field tilts. Gabriel and Saliba learn football.
Learn the game!
Then
the game!
he sends another one.
Stop on Tayfun,
Then
bruv.
he sends
Shut up.
now the £99 one.
Yeah.
But this one I have to read out. We're not going to interrupt this one. A never tried partnership, middle of the defense, as opposed to a seasoned pairing. Wildly
highly
considered the best
considered.
pairing in Europe at the moment. For all the guys talking about, I'm sending money. If you know, man, here's £100
For Bants!
Hey!
For Bants, man!
Don't
For
flex on us
Bants!
like this,
Hold
Nathan.
Hold it!
Yo, watch his rules still.
Hold it!
Yo, watch his rules.
Man said, what? All you brokies in the
Hey.
chat? Man
Alisa.
Man said,
Alisa.
here's 2 more.
Alisa, please rise.
Yo, huh?
Alisa, please rise. Alisa,
Hey,
please
what,
rise.
bid him more.
Hey, where's Ash? Where's Ash gone these days? They think we forget. Hey,
where's
production,
Natty
I
Boy?
need a
Where's
charger.
Natty
Where's Natty Boy? Where's Natty Boy?
Natty boy, rise up. The standards have been raised.
But now, talk to me.
No, Tathan, you sent 99. You didn't send 100 still. Send that one. Send that 1 quid still.
No. Combination.
Send that 1 quid
He's
still.
100 plus. You're good, Tathan. Don't worry, man. But talk to me. Listen, what do you think?
With Spurs.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know. I think Frank, has come into a team that I think needed more changes. First,
Definitely.
Of all. Obviously, you're missing
Madison,
missing
Kulusevski.
Madison and Kulusevski. Where's Kulusevski?
Injured.
But yeah, Madison and Kulusevski. I just don't think when I watch Spurs, there's anything. I think Spurs are in that moment where I feel like it with Man United, but maybe because Man United have more drama around the football club, it's a bit different. But when I look at Spurs, it's just mid all round. Everything just feels flat. You know what I mean? The football feels flat. I don't feel like I think Kudus tries to bring this level of excitement, this level of fluidity to the team. But in the rest of it, I still think it's a bunch of guys who haven't made enough of a claim to be starters. Bergvall, one day you're good, you're decent, next day we don't really know. Bentancur, same thing. You look at Odebert, that little cluster of Brennan, Odebert, Kolomwani, Richarlison. No one in that team feels like they're saying,
Do you remember though,
I'm going to be a part of
the
whatever
main guy
Spurs
drive.
do
Do
this
you remember
year.
that I was saying that when I said Son left in the summer, Kane left last year or whatever? You've got a vacuum now in the dressing room for someone to come in and stake this claim as if it's their own team. And at the moment, for me, if young players are not going to be, step up or whatever, at least the coach has to paper over those cracks. At least the coach has to show me how to get the best out of these players. I'm not seeing it at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's a case of, if you can't do that as a coach,
But
what
Fred,
are you here for?
with that point though, the 2 players that were looking to do that, Kulusevski, Matters, they were like vice captains and whatnot. They're not there. That's not an excuse. But even when you look at the recruitment of all of these names we were saying, right, you're talking about paving over the cracks. That Europa League paved over the cracks.
100%.
It was mid versus mid. And it's not like the floor, you've not raised the floor of your team. So what it then boils down to is, you look at Ange, you look at Thomas Frank, how different is Thomas Frank to an Ange?
Because I would say the floor has been raised. I'd say the ceiling hasn't. Because when you bring in, for me, I feel like this summer was actually the first summer where I've seen a manager get first team starters in his team. Kudus, Xavi Simons, Palhinha.
Xavi Simons was saying he's not out. Palhinha, you're complaining about every single week.
Just Xavi Simons
And-
was not signed as a bench warmer.
But no,
Let's get that straight.
No, I agree.
Whether he's relegated to the bench or not, that's Thomas Frank's decision. You haven't been able to get the best out of him, that's on you. When you were playing him to asking him to pick up the ball from the edge of the box, and the next week you're playing him left wing, that's your decisions, bro. I have
agree
to
with
judge
that.
you off that.
I agree with that, but you're the same person that says we have to look at the players. Like, has Xavi Simons given enough good of account that we can just say the manager?
Yeah, he should be doing back. 'Cause I actually forgot about
So
that.
I do agree.
So that's the first one.
Yeah.
Paulinho, people came in and said Paulinho was a bit part. That's not a solution. We're just going to take a loan to do something. So in terms of raising the
think
floor,
what
it doesn't-
Palhinha is, he's offered so far at
Yeah.
Spurs. Like,
Yeah.
he breaks up the game, I
Yeah.
guess, but you don't really want him in games where you're trying to dominate,
Exactly.
you're trying to win.
And guess
so,
what he does?
Yeah.
Every game
he
Palhinha's the
plays
first
him.
name in
Yeah,
the
he
team.
puts him.
So to
Yeah.
my
So
point,
I can't judge you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, to my point about the squad, has the floor raised? Bar Kudus, not
For
really,
me,
no.
In terms of the floor, I think it has, because when you get ready-made starters to improve your first team, all the other managers were getting potential and youngsters, and then you better hope Harry Kane and Son turn up.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like you've been given some starters. Okay, we credited you for your coaching, your man management, and your tactical ability. Can you just paper over, at least till January, make us look like a formidable team? Show me you're at least building an identity. So, it doesn't even have to be we're playing attacking football or we're playing defensive. Just show me some semblance of what you're trying to build. Because even way back we're going, and I hate that we always use Arteta as an example, but even when Arsenal were messy in that period during 8, you could see some kind of semblance of what Arteta's trying to build. 20 games in, I can't tell you if we're an attacking team or if we're a defensive team. Are we a counter-attacking team? Because we're not good at any of them.
I'll ask you
So
this
then
question.
I'm kind of like, what the hell are
When
we?
you watched Brentford back in the day, what did you think Brentford were?
Against big teams, they turn up and they can always pull off a result. Counter-attacking and in terms of taking advantage of set pieces, very good at that. And in terms of being hard to break down, that's how I looked at Brentford. I didn't see them as a swashbuckling side. And I thought, okay, cool, but there's certain games where they can be free-flowing and goal-scoring. And I thought, you know what, at least Thomas Frank, he's got that kind of yin and yang about him. Let's see what he brings. Early doors, it was, you know what, we're building the foundations of the defense first. I think we had like 4 clean sheets in our first 6 games. And I went, you know what, all right, let's see where this goes. But can we get a little something? Yeah. Then in the Champions League when we're struggling. Then in the Carabao Cup when we're struggling. Then against Wolves. We have less XG than Wolves.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to sit here and be like, you know what, we're building something. Well, I don't know what we're building.
One thing I'm seeing a lot of is that people are saying like, oh, what do Spurs expect? Who do you think Spurs are? Blah, blah, blah. And I even saw it in Fuad's comments like, oh, let's just be honest. We've always been shit or whatever. But this, whether we paved over the cracks or not, they're the Europa League winners.
Yeah.
Like, you have a certain standard to uphold. They've been in the Champions League year on year. Like, how many times? In the last 10 years, Spurs have been in the Champions League many, many times.
Bro, we've been in Europe 18 of the last 20 years.
There we go. So they've been in Europe. So there's a certain expectation that they will have. If you start dropping your standards and accepting mediocrity, that's how quickly you look. Where's Sevilla these days? Sevilla, one day they're battling relegation, next day you don't even they're so yo-yo. You don't want to be that. Even though Sevilla, as I'm saying, are a team that have won things, they've won Europa League many times. You don't want to be that. You still need a level of consistency. So Spurs fans being mad at the situation, I think is justified because Spurs are sitting 14th or something like 12th at the moment. 9th
or 10th. I can't remember.
I think you're outside the top half now.
Let me confirm it.
I think it's 12th, if I'm right. As you were saying.
Yeah, we slipped to 12th.
Yeah, they're 12th. So you look
we
at...
We were 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is the thing. So I do think there's still an element of... Bro, Brighton fans want to play good football. Man United fans, the top 6, doesn't want to Newcastle, everybody wants to play good football. So now, because Spurs ain't playing good football, Spurs fans want good football. You can't turn around and be like, oh, but we've always been... They deserve to see some good football too. And Thomas Frank now isn't serving it up.
It's not like we're talking about dominate every game. And I'm happy for the PSG game, the Arsenal away at the Emirates. Play counter-attacking, play nasty, whatever you need. But some games, you need to take the game to them. I've seen too many times Bournemouth, Wolves, this weekend Fulham, where we look like the second-rate team. And I'm like, and I'm sorry, everyone's saying, oh, you deserve, what do you expect? Nobody's going to start telling me that, like, Kudus is a mediocre player. In the summer, people would have taken him. Xavi Simons, prior to, obviously, him coming first, Chelsea fans were twerking all summer for him. Like, there's talent within this team, and people can't tell me and turn around all of a sudden now, oh, nah, Spurs, you finished 17th last year. You should be happy if you're 12th. What?
So
Come on, man.
Where do you go from here, though? Because you're saying it's 20 games with Thomas Frank, you're not convinced.
What?
Do you think... I'll say 2
Here's
things.
the thing.
Do you think you can change it around long term? And 2, do you think that this could be one of... Villa are top 4 after losing their first 5 games.
This is the thing. This is the thing. Is you can't actually, like, discount him because 3 wins now and all of a sudden he could be 3rd and everything's looking hunky-dory. The thing is, we paid 15 million to get him out of Brentford. We recruited all his assistants. I don't think he's going to go anywhere in the short term. I think we've got Newcastle midweek. He's playing his former team next weekend. If his former set-piece coach gets one over him, it could get very dark, I can't lie. But for me, I think he needs now till the end of the year. I think the only kind of big game we've got is Liverpool, if you like. Forest away, if you want to include that as well. But he needs to go on a streak. From now till then the FA Cup begins. If he gets an FA Cup elimination, starts losing to teams like Brentford and things like that, the writing's on the wall. No matter how good you are, I feel like the pressure from the fans, for me right now, I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge right here. Right now, to me, you're looking like you're way out of your depth. And I'm like, please show me I'm wrong. Please show me why I wanted you in the summer. Because right now, all the reasons why I wanted you, I have not seen any of them.
So would a loss against...
You sold me a dream.
Would a loss against Brentford make you Thomas Frank out?
100%. That is the one where I'm like, you lose to your former set piece. You're a graduate. You're younger. Bro, this is like, you know, when you've wanted a bad B for ages. You finally get her. You see the plaque in her teeth. You see her toenails are dirty.
Nah, I can't relate.
I was about to say, Cam said not without me.
Nah,
Cam said not me.
This thing ain't all I thought it was, you know.
Cam said all of my...
Like the same weed for like 6 months. You're like, I knew something smelled funky.
If you don't see her with a That ain't mine, bruh. So I don't know what you're talking about.
You've been too long away from the trenches,
That
man.
ain't mine.
We need you back in the hood,
That
bro.
ain't mine,
Too
bruh.
funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
I
let
don't
me
know
get the
what-
password on this laptop as well, by the way. But all in all, I think, listen, the next couple weeks I think will be important for Frank. If he doesn't string together a streak, I think before January, I don't think the board is going to back him. And
heard.
them not backing him is essentially walk the plank.
Yeah.
I've got one more quick question on
Go
this
on.
because I don't want to spend too long. Obviously, Son left last season, the end of last season, right?
Yeah.
So that means that the Kane and Son era had officially come to an end. Do you think that your team is maybe missing that ilk of real leader? Because
100%. That leader and quality in that
quality
final
that's
third.
most
I
important.
think the quality is the thing that's missing. With Son, even in his bad year, you were looking at 16 goals all campaign, whatever. Harry Kane, we know what he offered. But there was a vacuum. And I said at the start of the season, we've got 4 strikers. Tell, Richarlison, Solanke, Colomwani.
shit,
Colomwani looks all right. And
Tell,
he's
damn.
the one that's giving me hope.
Mr.
But I
Pigeon.
can't guarantee any 4 of them scoring 15 league goals this year. And that is a problem in itself.
Yeah.
We talk about promoted teams, you need at least a guy who's going to get you 10, 12.
yeah,
And as Tottenham, you ain't even got one you could bag 15 on.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen. Anyway, let me move on from Tottenham before my hairline recedes any further. Let's talk about your boys, shall we? Little win today. You know what I
Little
mean?
one.
Mason Mount.
Nickel
But they
one.
say 60 million down the drain.
Mason Mount's getting his name all work out on, you know.
Hey,
Went to hug
where's
Euro.
the post?
Hey, listen, man.
Why doesn't Mason Mount get a let it work out? Well, hold on. Why doesn't he get one? Yeah?
I've been working today.
Yeah,
bro.
you're working, bruh. This is the thing. Why doesn't Mason Mount get one? It's interesting. But now, do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect to win. You know what I mean? Our record at Selhurst is terrible. Selhurst Park as well. This season, Palace have been great there. But the one time maybe you want to get a game against Palace is at 12 o'clock after the Europa League, because they've only picked up 1 point after the Europa League. You know what I mean? So
Strasbourg gave that a work.
yeah, they got worked by
I
Strasbourg.
mean, they missed 2 open goals, but they got worked.
Yeah, and if you see what what's his name Glasner said today, he basically said, you know, when you go to Europe, you're meant to build on it, not save money. We saved money, so you can tell he's not happy with the situation. But we had to go and do a job, and the thing that I was shocked about the most is that Palace came out with more energy than us, more desire, and I'm like, they just played on Thursday. And, you know, we have 1 game a week. We should be coming out here dominating them, but fresh. You know what I'm saying? But they came out better. Mateta should have scored about 2. Adam Wharton had an opportunity. Yeah, we had a header with Casemiro, but they came out the better team. But in the second half, it changed just by a little bit of intensity, bro.
Yeah.
Start winning your duels. Start battling this team, getting into them. As I said, they just played on Thursday. They're not a big squad. They are going to be tired. And slowly as the game went on, you started to see maybe that was playing on their legs as well. And, of course, we got our 2 goals. Xerxes, I said I'm really, really happy for him because I'm not, you know, like that, you know, like that meme. Not a big fan of you, but your thing, innit? You know what I mean? But real talk's like, I'm not a big fan.
But
However, I thought the scapegoating that he got against Everton was bizarre to me. The guy was up there being used like Marouane Fellaini. 1-2 headers, only 2 chances we had were through him, and people walked away saying he's shit. He's this.
I wish you did a pod after the Everton game, man.
Yeah, bro.
wish you did.
I was confused at how he got scapegoated. So for him to get this goal, which is a goal that we don't see enough from him. Well, we don't see enough goals in general, but we don't see him shoot with. He doesn't lace the ball.
Yeah.
Like him seeing him put his foot.
Alex Iwobi thing.
Yeah.
They won't
Seeing
lace the
him
ball.
put his foot through it was refreshing to see, and I'm happy he got his goal. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because I thought he deserved it. I thought he was actually quite decent today. And then obviously Mason Mount gets the goal, which they credited. Bruno has got 2 assists for it,
2 assists,
and they gave him man of the match for it. I don't know, assists in this day
Are
and
you
age.
saying that Bruno's doing the Virgil van Dijk?
With what?
You know how you say that saying Virgil man of the match? Are you saying that's what Bruno's did?
Yeah, if Bruno registers assists, he's getting man of the match, bro. Bro, do you know what the funniest thing is? You see with the assist, Ali McCoy on commentary was like, oh, we really got to start doing something about these assist stats. Then at the end of the game, he said, man of the match, 2 assists. I'm like, you just said,
boss calls.
bro, you just got boss calls, real talks.
Boss
But now, overall, I'm impressed with, I wouldn't say impressed. I didn't see anything there which makes me think, oh, United are going to now go and get top 4, or United are going to go and do anything. But away to Palace, with the record, we hadn't scored at Selhurst Pass. We hadn't scored stars for our last 5 games.
And you've lost against Palace for the last 4.
I think so, or something like that. So to go there and get a result as well as it being a turnaround, got to give massive credit.
wanna
Still
ask-
some bad performances,
I was going to
but
say, I want to ask a question about, we don't dig players out here or anything, but the form of Euro, obviously he's a young centre-half. How do you think United needs, or Amri needs to handle that? Because it feels like still playing him is keeping him in a situation that's not benefiting him right now.
do you know what's funny? I thought Euro started the season really well.
I
thought he started really well, and then he just randomly got taken out of the team. Well, for Harry Maguire to come into the team.
And to be fair to Maguire,
and Maguire did, I can't remember what game it was, but there was a few games that he wasn't playing because Maguire's playing. To be fair, Maguire played well in his moments, but at the same time, I thought that killed Euro's momentum a little bit. Now, Euro's come back into the team, but people got to remember, he just turned 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How many at a top 6 football clubs, right? Like big clubs, not even top 6. I would say the biggest clubs in the world. You don't really have often 19-year-olds starting week in, week out. You know, and it's a learning curve. He's going to go through this. He's going to go through this, and he needs it. I remember Harry Redknapp talking about, and I'm not saying he's as good as Rio. I don't think he is, but I remember Harry Redknapp talking about Rio and talking about in the early phases at West Ham. He used to have to get a hold of Rio and be like, what are you doing? You're not defending well. You're trying to drive into midfield. You're moving crazy. You're a defender. Like, be a defender. And look, Rio goes on to be a legend of football. I think the era is different. Social media is everyone's in your ear. But he's a young player, young centre-back, which is not a common thing at the biggest football clubs. And he just needs to stick at it. He looked distraught when he came off. You know, it's in his head. But that's where Amorim, it's not about take him out the firing line. No. You go to him and you instill confidence in him. Bro, it doesn't matter. We keep going. We're here to build you up and for you to reach the potential that they believe that he has. That's just where it is. And the thing is, though, what I would say in agreement to what you're saying in terms of taking him out is I wouldn't take him out, but if he was like an academy player, like if it was Aiden Heaven doing this, we know he'll get sat on the bench and then take a breather. But this is business of football. You paid money. You have to play, bruv. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's just the reality.
But
Lissandro just come back.
That's what.
So no, actually it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, because Shaw was not going to go right centre back or Lissandro. So yeah, he stays the same way.
Thought of that scared you.
Yeah, he's not going to happen. He can't left footers as well, innit? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Does it annoy you that the result?
I think it's too harsh on him, though. People are too harsh on Euro, though. Anyway, go on.
No, I agree. Does it annoy you when you see Everton getting bopped 4-1 by Newcastle at home, and then they treated you the way they did earlier in the week?
It's that shit is embarrassing. It's just there's no two ways about it. That is embarrassing. That result against Everton was a joke. You know what I mean? That was simply 10 men at Old Trafford for how long? Because they decided for 80 minutes because they decided to fight each other. It's not even like we did anything to get them. They decided, let's just throw the game, let's fight each other. And we still couldn't capitalize on that.
It's not even that.
That's embarrassing.
They lost like the spiritual figure by injury first.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Then they started fighting.
Yes. Like it's crazy. That was really embarrassing. That was embarrassing. But that's why it shows me that, you know, like now, you know what I mean? Fuad, tell me, what's the table looking like? How many points are we off top 4?
So let's just get to the super chats here.
No. I'm just asking. But this is the thing. I just need to know. Can you just ask how many points are we off?
3
top
points
4?
off top 4.
3 points off. And how many points are we off Chelsea, who are title contending?
3 points.
Is it? Oh, what? We're 3 points off you lot.
3 points off us. Yep.
That's mad. So, but only thing is, I don't believe.
Plus one goal difference.
But I don't believe we're gonna do it.
Everton results.
No, but I don't believe so. No, because we're gonna get more of those. So I don't need that. But I'm just saying, what is it? 3 points off Chelsea or title contending?
Yo, this monitoring of the table is going to end up getting you killed, you know.
All I do is ask.
Watching the table.
All I do is
game
ask
by
questions,
game.
Bro.
Game by game.
Don't violate.
Listen, let me read out a couple super chats. We'll move on to the next game.
Don't violate.
Natty Boy 100. Actually, called him out. Here he is.
How much he send?
$4.99. He said, shh, don't say a word, Cam's my Jenna. United segment soon come. Sorry, I should have read that earlier, probably. The Mad Gamer 12 says, $20 super chat. Big up yourself as well. He says, Cuckoo, he was just a foul merchant and at fault for Saka's assist. Timber did nothing wrong, so all this talk about him is delusional. First time in 3 years and 3 months we started a Premier League game without Saliba and Gabriel, by the way. Zach Fellows sends another super chat. He says, love it, but that's a big bite on the fishing rod. John Collins, congratulations on becoming a new member. Natty Boy 100 again. Says, Lee has finally admitted it today, bro. These groups of players only play when they feel like it. A coach can't instill motivation and desire at this level.
For who?
I believe United. John Collins 2009 just sends a $10 super chat. Appreciate you, brother.
I love that.
A9 says, Guehi looked off it in the second half. United need to be more clinical when they smell blood. Bruno assists were quick thinking. And then Dwayne.
No, why did this guy do that?
We got Swiss Knife Noose Mazraoui, he says. And Natty Boy again. Third super chat. Big up yourself. He says, we are favourites for 3 of the next 4 games before the new year. Cunha back next week. NF have apparently resigned to losing. Nottingham Forest have resigned to losing Anderson in January. Top 6
January.
in reach.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's a big
Who's he going to?
Yeah.
Don't let Pep Guardiola get a hand.
Now, Pep is trying to do this Semenyo. I swear down, if I see Pep Guardiola spend another 100+ million in January,
Anderson.
I'm on, folks.
Bro,
I'm on. I'll turn it up.
Anderson will become the next Calvin Phillips.
Speaking of,
Really, yeah?
Oh, wow.
I
Nah,
wouldn't want to
Nah,
see him on the
he's
Yeah,
watched.
maybe.
I don't wanna
It's
see him on
not
Pep.
silent, but his watch is kind of raw still.
What's his say?
He's got he's got like
Oh, it's very
a
real.
tissue. He's got like a
It's
nice
very
tissue.
real.
Like a nice
He's
watch.
talking about sales in
they-
January.
Yeah.
Yo, Kobe getting 1 minute, getting 2 minutes.
Boy.
I think he's going to hand in a transfer request in January.
18 months left on the contract.
I think he's going to hand in a transfer request.
Yikes.
Well, a lot of teams could do with
That
Kobe.
is going to be one of the
Boy.
saddest
You
sights.
interested?
For you, my friend.
That'll be one of the sad, bro. It'll be
That
up there.
is-
Yeah.
It'll be up there.
Yeah. Tell you what. Speaking of like transfers and stuff, yeah. The funniest thing happened this week.
Go on.
How come Florentino Perez go? Don't worry, man. I don't want your Honda, man. Just go,
Oh.
man. I don't want your Honda, man.
No.
Hey, but Konate,
I don't want your Honda,
played
man.
himself,
Sorry,
man.
man.
He played himself.
You
I don't-
definitely did.
Yeah, bro.
I
don't,
hope you weren't taking
know, said-
Spanish
you know, said-
lessons,
He
brother.
looked around and said, "You know what? Yeah, I don't need this Honda,
I
man."
don't need it. I don't
I
need
I
your Honda safe.
thought it was a Benz. You know what I'm saying? Honda safe,
Bro,
man.
man, he's
You
looking
can park that in
outside.
the garage, yeah.
Looking outside, bro. Your Honda's safe out there, bro. You know what I mean? No one's focusing on that, bro.
But speaking of Liverpool,
Yeah, 2-0 win versus West Ham.
I knew they were going to beat it.
Is that
I mean, you have
getting
to
his
beat.
goal as well?
You have to beat West Ham, but I think the finish from Isak, it gives you encouragement that the beast is still within him. You know, like you're like, do you still have that demon in you? Like, it kind of makes you go, okay, if we can resurrect this killer.
Fake demons, man. Fake demons. Fake demons.
Hey, love man.
Fake demons,
No,
man.
but the finish was a great finish though.
Yeah, that was a good goal. Yeah, yeah.
And
I think he
if he's
needed
able
that.
to provide that, he's halfway of doing what he needs to do for them.
The big thing was Arnott dropped Salah.
Yeah.
Soboslai on the right, Verts in the 10, Gakpo on the left.
And Verts had a good game. Isak got a goal. Maybe life during AFCON is going to be good.
Hashtag a new era.
Bro, maybe life during AFCON is going to be good, huh?
They said that LeBron's having fun because he's letting AR and Luka just
Yes,
Dominate.
exactly, bro.
dominate.
Exactly.
Let the young guns drive.
let the future
in the back seat.
You
Yeah,
find
exactly.
yourself off the ball, fam.
Chauffeur.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get to the back side up, back post. Get back to that. We don't want to see playmaking. You know, back post. Get to the back post. Let Verts and Isak cook. Get to the back post, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
All in all, good performance though.
Yeah,
2 goals, clean sheet.
Yeah.
Do you know what's so funny as well? Paqueta red cards. And
Can we
I don't
speak
know
about this,
if
please?
you lot saw.
Can we
his
speak about
tweet.
this?
He tweeted after the game.
Yeah,
he
he
said,
went
"It's
off.
ridiculous to have your life and career affected by 2 years without any psychological support from the federation. Perhaps this ridiculous behavior is just a reflection of everything I've had to endure, and it seems to have to continue enduring. I'm sorry, I'm not perfect."
So,
Oh,
so what I want
Lucas.
Do you guys feel bad for Paqueta?
what I want to say is, it's great he's saying that, and I think it's the perfect smokescreen because a lot of people, not me, a lot of people online are saying that they think he's match fixing again.
No.
Let me say this:
He would never be so
in
crazy.
his last 6 games, he has picked up 1 red card and 3 yellow cards. For the whole season, he's picked up 5 yellow cards.
But
and
also,
1
like,
red.
you see the red
He
card.
served 2 different suspensions already.
You see the red card he got today, yeah.
Yeah, he's letting them have it, innit? He needed more support. He's letting everyone have it, bro.
No, but the red card he got today, yeah, it didn't just happen. Like,
Yeah, he was fighting it. Yeah. I'm gonna
Listen,
Paqueta
man.
allegedly.
allegedly.
Free
Allegedly.
Paqueta, man.
Big up
Allegedly.
everyone on Paqueta Island as well.
Hey, man. West Ham, though, 17th place, 11 points. How long can Potter last?
How long can who last?
Excuse me?
Sorry, Nuno. I know. No. Do you know, it's been so long now, bro. But Nuno now.
Nuno was. I thought.
Got a couple of wins over
here.
Newcastle.
Is it a colour thing?
With what?
Is it a colour thing?
With what?
Because Nuno at Forest did a great job. He then got shafted and lost his job, and now has been dealt the most ridiculous set of cards ever. Because that West Ham team, I'm sorry,
bro, I was just about to say
that West
this,
Ham
bro.
team.
The squad looks so bad.
Is it
bro.
Fulham that's going to come and save them?
Bro,
Like
West
Callum,
Ham are in trouble,
when you're
man.
relying on Callum Wilson in 2025 for goals,
Yeah.
it speaks a lot, bro.
Yeah.
He's
It's-
got a brace
it's
the other week.
problematic,
He
bro.
did, yeah.
Like,
But like realistically,
yeah, I know, but it's like, how often is he gonna do
I
that?
mean, they got
realistically?
Jared Bowen and stuff, but
yeah, but when
he's gonna
Jared
have
Bowen,
to do a serious carry job, bro.
Free
Yeah.
Bowen,
Yeah.
Free Bowen,
I
man.
think he'll leave this summer.
free Bowen, bro.
I don't think
He deserves
can.
better.
Still,
Hey,
He's going to tell
you
Danny
know his
Dyer to shut his
father-in-law's-
mouth, man. Yeah,
Hey.
look at you, bruv. You're an actor. You're an actor. You know, you ain't real. You,
acting,
yeah, no, you're an actor.
him over
mate.
there.
Yeah, who's going to call that Hassan Ali or whatever his name? Who's the other brother? What's the other guy's name? What's his name? What's the guy's name? Tamir.
I don't know.
It's Tamar something, bro. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah, Tammy. I know you're talking about. Yeah. Hey, don't
that's
kill me.
Hassan Ali is hilarious.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
that win leaves Liverpool 3 points off Chelsea, though. Interesting.
Yeah, the
Really?
tables for Gazy. Yeah,
The table is not real,
Joint
bro.
points of
It's for
United.
Gazy.
The famous United.
They're joint points of us, yeah?
The
We're
tables
joint
for
points of the
Gazy.
champions.
Yeah.
Not bad.
But this is but this is
have
why
said that.
consistency right now is the most important thing.
2-3 wins, your season changes.
100%.
Simple.
And it's about literally you said it. You actually said it 3 weeks ago. And you know what, I give you credit 'cause it's so funny. The Premier League is the championship right now.
Yeah.
From
You go on a three week winning streak.
You're in the title race.
that's literally what Brighton, Aston Villa, and Chelsea, who are 3rd, 4th, and 5th, have done. All the teams from 6th to 12th haven't won 2 games in a row in their last 5.
This is it, man.
Yeah.
Villa lost their first 5. Was it how many games?
They didn't win their first 5.
5,
They
yeah.
didn't score in their first 5, I believe. And
now
now
they're
they're in
fourth.
top 4.
Bro, no, they're
That's
Hey
the way
man,
it goes,
is the
bro.
Premier League shit?
Yeah,
Or is the
yeah.
competition good? The
Nah,
debate
everyone
goes
speak,
on.
People don't like what I
Listen,
have
The
to say.
debate keeps raging
Man City
on.
though, good
Man
win.
City-
Good-
Manchester
good-
City.
Lucky
Hey,
win.
you know they're saying they keep saying where's Tajani? They're looking for him.
Boy, that's gone on the radar. You know,
After,
he started the
after
season.
game week 1.
Bro,
Yeah.
we thought, yo, Gundogan
Yeah.
is replaced.
Yeah,
Since then,
yeah.
well, yo,
New
Reinders, when he did
league,
that,
new team.
everyone that acted like they watched Serie A came out of the cracks. Yeah, I've been seeing it, but
Nah.
this is Tajani, but
Yo,
bro,
His time will come.
Nah, I think he
His
should
time
play
will
closer
come.
to goal.
Remember Gundo.
What, like
It
Kevin-
took him
Kevin
a bit of a
Nolan?
while when he first came to England. People forget when Gundo first came.
Yeah,
to City.
yeah.
It took him ages, bro. So.
Yeah.
What you saying?
Hey
He's
man,
downloading
listen,
the Pep
everybody
data.
loves jumping out the window early doors with new signings.
Gundo's
man.
got more quality though.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Gundo's got more
Overall
quality.
quality, you
Yeah,
think he even
yeah.
showed it at Dortmund. But I think
Phil Foden, though.
I do agree though. Final third, he needs to be close
Yeah.
to there. That's
Yeah.
where he was a threat for AC last year.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you were saying sorry?
Phil Foden, though.
Yeah, brace.
That's what we've been asking for, man.
Needed that.
Big
Listen,
goal.
man.
Chucky though assist.
Talk us through
How about you step up and score something, brother?
Nah, we
Yeah.
facilitate.
So-
Provide the hype,
You provide.
man.
You eat.
That's it.
Facilitate.
Bro, we're serving,
hype,
bro. We're
man.
serving. We're serving.
That's it,
I'm
that's it.
watching
That's it,
you.
We're serving.
I'm
We're
watching
serving.
that,
That's what we gotta
brother.
do, bro.
I'm watching
Chucky,
that,
little late
brother.
assist impact.
We ain't forgetting
Foden.
Newcastle, Liverpool. You know what I mean?
Don't worry about all that,
Villa.
man.
I feel like-
I remember them
Don't worry
games.
about that, man.
I'm watching.
Foden needed that. I think for the last few weeks, there's been talk of. I remember it was after one Champions League game where he got the brace of goals, and it was like, this is old school Foden. And
Yeah.
he's going back to like himself. And ultimately, as you said with the stat last week, the whole no Haaland, no party thing is weird. It's not sustainable.
But this is what we said. The
The
running
running
mates got to step
Yeah,
up.
the
Yeah,
running
today.
And it's got to be somewhat consistent
Yeah.
as well. Like, it's great that he done it this week. It's great that Doku did the other week. But can you both like just come to the party and just like chill? Don't leave, have a smoke. Like just
Yeah.
stay in, just rave, like enjoy the rave. So but no, big him up, man. Big him up. Like it's not easy, innit?
Any concerns about Marmoush? I know he came on the last couple of minutes, but second half of last season, I think he had the stat for like January signing that had the most goal contributions since joining. And this season, bro, it's like he's invisible, bro. Pep's even forgotten who he is, bro.
Like,
He said, it's ticking, loud, tick-tock.
Marmoush he's a squad player, innit?
They were saying, yo, Salah's
the reason why it's difficult.
Egypt's
No,
next
let me
man
tell,
up.
let me tell you why it's difficult, because you gotta remember, yeah, there's two parts to this. There's the whole Frankfurt striker thing, and you're coming in, etc. and whatnot. And it was a thing where he was supposed to help Haaland go to the next level, because we might be able to play with two now, and he might be able to stop hand, and he takes free
He was
kicks.
meant to be the Alvarez replacement.
And then at one point it was like, rah, you gonna fly the map for Egypt now that Uncle Mo is getting on. So the level he came in at and where he's at now, there's disparity there. But I don't think that.
He's just good, isn't he? He's just okay.
Yeah, but right now,
like I see his touch is janky and.
Do you forget that the first half of last season, bro?
Yeah.
They were talking about him like he was,
like
bro,
he was
the best thing since
like that Lobos
90,
level,
the
bro.
goals contributions. They were like, yo, this
Yeah.
guy's 100 mil.
Yeah.
Comes in January, follows it up with arriving to the Premier League and looking comfortable.
Yeah.
And then this season you're completely MIA, and I was
Yeah.
supposed to just ignore it.
Nah,
I would like to see a little bit more.
Definitely, he
I'd
needs
like
to
to see a little bit
contribute.
more.
Be
Yeah.
a squad player doesn't mean do nothing. Like look at Trossards and stuff. Go and be that. You know what I mean? Go and be that for Man City. But yeah, no, he's not really providing that. And listen, it's probably gonna get dark for him, because you look around, he probably got some decent value about him. They probably should have cashed in on Savinho this summer for Spurs.
100%.
They're never going to get that money again for
Never.
Savinho. So they're probably going to look at that and think, do you know what? We need to cash in on assets while we can. And if they're linked with Semenyo this summer, well, we know for a fact, whether it's summer, January, Man City will sign a wide man. So Marmoush, it's not looking good.
It ain't looking good, brother.
It's not
It
looking
ain't
good at
looking
all.
good.
But Man City, let's not
Five points behind?
but letting Leeds do that at the Etihad, come back, and they having to scrape a last minute one. I'm telling you, man, Pep
Concerning?
starting to look like Rafa.
Bro, I saw that fucking tweet and I didn't want to bring it up, but you're a disgusting piece of shit for that. That is bottom barrel behavior.
No, but
what are you doing?
For those who
No.
are unaware,
Do you want to
elaborate.
use this as an opportunity to provide context for that?
Yeah.
Because you can't just write Pep Guardiola, Rafa Benitez,
Bro,
and just
a bit-
leave it as that.
bro,
and then turn your comments off.
Bro.
What? Turn it back on.
I don't have
Let us abuse you.
I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. Just we continue watching. We continue watching the game.
Slime
We
ball.
continue watching
Slime
the game.
ball. Well, listen, chat. We're coming towards the end
I was
of the
going
show.
to say, with City quickly.
Go on.
It's weird because we're talking about consistency in the Premier League, but every time they seem like they're coming back, they then fall out. We saw the Champions League fixture. Like, it's just really weird. I don't know whether it's because they're not the big bully in the playground anymore and people are not
Okay.
intimidated by Manchester City.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is, because yes, the quality is not the same, but you still think they have enough quality to defeat the teams they're coming up against. Like you said, Leeds going there and doing that feels odd. Like, bro, they
This is the Man City way now, man.
they nearly gave Calvert-Lewin a career night, bro.
Yeah.
Like he got his DCL chain back.
Yeah, yeah.
He went back to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. he won the DCL back with that performance. If
Yeah.
not for Foden's goal, so I don't know. I think you have to look at players, but we've been saying it for 2 seasons now. You also have to look at Pep and where Pep is at this time, because
Guess they just need to rebuild, innit? But
Yeah.
the fact they spent 200 mil in January, and that goes under the radar. That's what I'm saying.
Victor Rice is away on loan. But see, a few people here saying in the chat that Marmoush has been injured. That's why he hasn't been playing lately. Probably has been, but
In
what I can see,
totality,
he's
though.
No, but
pretty
when
much
he's been
featured
playing-
in every game for the past month and a half, whether it's 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, or 60 minutes, he's played some capacity. So I don't know about that as injuries, but there probably has been some knocks which have probably had a effect on why he's not playing. But that is all for champs and duds. Let's get into that. Let us know in the chat, who are your champs this week? Who are your duds this week? Boys, where you lot going this week?
Champs. I'm gonna give Kukurea the champ. I'm gonna give Kukurea champ of the week.
Kukurea?
Yeah, Kukurea played against Saka, played against Yamal, and I think he was the winner in both battles today.
You know,
I mean, in this week. So you take up your individual battles. That's somebody that I look at that actually takes pride in 1v1. I genuinely think he goes there and thinks, I want to dominate my opposition number, which I don't think I see enough in football in the modern day. So I'm gonna give him my champion of the week.
I've got 2 champs. My first one is Jorginho. Jorginho / Felipe Luis. Felipe Luis has completed Brazilian football. Jorginho has won a couple of
Champions
Champions
League,
Champions League. I think he's the first player to maybe Dude. No,
Won the
first
European
Italian.
and the South American one.
Is he? No, he might not
No,
be.
because Marcelo.
Yeah, he's the first Italian to do
Ah.
it. Because you know they use that little thing for him. But I also want to give a champ to.
Danilo scored the winner, and his auntie died
Oh, mad.
on that same
Yeah.
the day before. That's why his dad couldn't come and watch.
Mad.
fucking
So yeah,
champ,
give
man.
him a
That's real
champ as well. Another champ, Thomas Muller and Messi, man.
Both abandoned the MLS.
Took their franchises, won the conferences final. They're gonna play against each other. Vancouver versus Inter Miami.
When's that?
That's on Saturday.
I would have. I might have attended that game. Quickly.
So like, yeah, Messi scored the most goals in MLS player of history, but now he's got the most goal contributions of all time.
Yeah, what is it? 405 assists. That's what he got all time. 405 assists.
150.
405.
I
I think it's 405.
Either
now.
way, he broke the record.
Yeah,
man.
he's over Puskas
And
and Pele.
And then now they're saying that it's lining up perfectly because MLS will be 48th, 49th will be Falisma, and the World Cup will be his 50th trophy. So they're saying
Bro,
it's good,
people think, bro, Argentina are still looking good.
Yeah.
And Messi, yeah, it's MLS, but maybe these are just the little warm-up reps he needs. That guy's still on demon time,
Bro,
you know.
He's got 20.
Let him win 2
Back-to-back
World Cups.
Bro,
Hey,
I think it's 29 goal contributions in that his last 13 games. It's something stupid.
Bro, I swear he's got like 50 in this
Bro, it's
season or
stupid.
some shit.
It's stupid. So yeah, I'll give them champs. My dud goes to Brighton.
Ooh,
Brighton.
talk to me.
Yeah, they did something where they were racist on Twitter. And now
What?
The whole of Asia is just cooking.
Oh, the China thing. I saw that. Yeah.
What?
They're referencing like World War II or something like that.
they
Yeah, I
reference
can't
something
remember.
mad. So now the whole of Asia is just cooking them online. It's
peak,
ridiculous.
man.
That's
Ruined,
funny.
ruined their Matoma market after building it
Tony
up.
Bloom.
You
sorry.
know what?
Hey,
Lastly, last champ is Neymar. You know, Neymar got injured.
Real mention. Yeah.
Bro,
Real men.
he
Meniscus.
Neymar actually said, "I'm gonna." Do you know what? If I die,
If
I
he
die.
dies, he dies.
You know what I mean? He literally said, "My career is on the line. I want to keep Santos up," and scored.
I think they've got 1 or 2 more games to play as well. to
Yeah,
survive
and he's
relegation,
playing.
so-
And Neymar, who's been known to be frail and
Yeah.
light, he said, "You know what? I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna
respect
go out
real
a
man.
big
You can
dog."
get a
so-
real man bracelet for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's real men. That's real
real man
men. So
bracelet.
yeah, man.
I would go Malik Thiaw. 2 goals for Newcastle. Big one. I see a couple people in the chat have also said champ Reece James being a mess midfielder despite being a defender in that performance today. Dud Andreas Pereira. I'm seeing.
Oh yeah.
snap.
So basically, you heard about him.
No, what
So
happened?
basically, he played for Flamengo against Palmeiras or something in 2021,
Right.
and lost the what's it called?
Copa
Copa
Libertadores.
And then lost that, and then now he's playing for Palmeiras against Flamengo and lost again.
Wow.
So he swapped. Whichever team he's on, they're taking
there's
the
certified
L.
loser.
Yeah. Literally, come back to England, bruh.
Oh shit. and
You didn't
then
say
I said, they're loving like Kobe.
bro.
and then Suleiman Lennon here says Dud Paqueta for that red card. Oh,
Yeah.
I agree with this one, Lemon, as well. Dud, that go-ahead Eagles player, mocking Angelo Steeler, man. I didn't like that,
yeah.
man.
Hey, that was kind of.
That was, you know, it's one of those. I was
you
like,
gotta
I
do
like
it.
nasty work, but that was too nasty.
He gotta
man.
do it. He
Do
gotta
you know what's funny though?
He's got a job to do, bro.
His manager came out and he said, it's not my character, but I don't think I'm going to apologize. I
Yo,
said, "Wow."
that's the part where I was like,
said,
you
right.
are a bad person, man. And then on Twitter as well, I don't know if you lot saw it, where there was a picture of Angelo Steeler, and someone said, squint, and you can see the painter. That's where we'll end the podcast this week, guys. Make
What
sure
painter?
you guys smash the likes on your way
painter?
out. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment on your thoughts on what you think.
The
will
Champions League
happen
football this week.
And there will be Champions League football next week. Make sure you're tuning in for Dos Locos
Super
for that
chat.
as well. Super chats before we go quickly.
This guy said a mad joke and tried to run.
A-Man says, Kansas Salah having a poor season. Who's contender for the Gasmote this season?
Ooh.
What? Who?
The
might-
Gasmote. Who is the Gasmote this season?
Ooh.
Since Salah's chips are down.
Oh.
Why you think on that? Let me
I'll
read
be
some
back
other
next
ones.
week.
That's a great name.
OM3 Gain Insomniac says Nuno been given that West Ham team and told to survive the season. It's like playing Russian roulette with a shotgun. If they survive, it's a miracle. Myth Name says who will win AFCON?
Morocco favourites.
Morocco? A favourite? Senegal
I'm going
favourites.
Senegal.
Senegal favourite.
I
But
think
Morocco
Mane's-
on home
Mane's
soil.
last
Yeah.
dance. Have you seen that 16, 15-year-old Senegal have called up as well?
I ain't seen that.
Insane kid, apparently.
I think
but
when I watched Senegal against Brazil, obviously they had that long unbeaten run. The team just, I don't know why, especially that maybe it was the atmosphere. They just, it wasn't cohesive enough.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where all of these like Benins and Gabons will they'll chef you up in AFCON. So yeah, Morocco.
You got
home
Morocco
support.
as faves.
And then last super chat here, Authentic Cards R1K says,
There must be
Champs,
some pods out there.
Champs, Verts, you will see final form once we get the ball progressor deeper in midfield.
And once you get certain man out of the team.
Well, listen, let us know your thoughts in the comments as always. Like the video if you are as well. Let me check the likes as well. We're not even on 1,000, guys. Guys, come on.
99 super chats
What
today.
we doing?
No,
What we doing?
no,
£99.
£99.
Big up the £99 super chat, Tathan, as well. Appreciate you.
We
And
appreciate all
everyone
super chats.
who has sent super chats as well.
We appreciate all
joining
of
us
them.
on the Sunday. We will catch you guys on the next one. Till next time, peeps. Peace.
This is FCM on DR Sports, and it's live.